Wait, remember Stuck in the Suburbs? It was a 2004 Disney Channel original movie that had both Danielle Panabaker and Brenda Song in the lead roles, and it's all about that everyday, average suburban life. Houses that look slightly similar or are the exact alike builds, littering miles and miles of land through developments outlined to house them, bringing on a sea of overpriced conformity, lost in the streets filled with soccer moms driving minivans between them all at speed limits of 15 miles per hour. But I'm not here to get into all that. I just want to talk about the movie. As for some reason, it's been one of the random DCOMs from nearly 20 years ago that has never left my brain. So what better thing to do than make a video talking about the movie? It was released in July of 2004, and it followed a girl who was a massive fan of a hit pop star and by happenstance ends up swapping phones with him, leading to a whole bunch of suburban shenanigans. Along with the movie was one of the earlier attempts to have an album release in conjunction with the film, as Disney knew what they were doing. They wanted more markets than one. Just having a TV movie wasn't enough, they needed to hit the charts as well. So let's dig into what Stuck in the Suburbs was all about, shall we?
Welcome back to the 25 Days of Fringe-miss, where there's going to be brand-
Wait. Double Fringe-miss. Aw, you only thought you were gonna get 25 videos this year? Look at you. You look silly. But I'm here to fix that because I'm going to give you not only 25 videos, but I'm giving you 50 videos. I have 2 channels. That's 2 Fringe misses. Each day there'll be a brand new video on both channels for 25 days. I haven't slept in months. Enjoy the content. Or don't. So the film follows Brittany as we get a glimpse into her suburban life. She's athletic and plays guitar, shares in the love of pop sensation Jordan Cahill, who was played by Taron Killam here. So yeah, she's just going through life how your typical teen girl would. The 2 big events that happen for her that start changing things up are the fact that Jordan is coming to the suburban area to shoot part of a music video for whatever reason, getting all of the girls in the friend group or worship cult to freak out. But then there's also this new student at school, Natasha, a girl who isn't like any other in town, as she has lived a life being used to big cities in both the States and internationally, and compared to the others around her, she stands out. But she's unapologetically herself, still dressing and acting how she always would, rather than trying to fit into the norm there. This causes Brittany to start building a friendship with her, spending time getting to know who she is, and the 2 of them start becoming good friends. Eventually, Brittany invites her to come to the location of the music video shoot where Jordan is going to be, where we get to see that Jordan isn't feeling up to his usual poppy self, feeling dissatisfied with the music that he is being essentially forced to make since it's all a business, show business. And there's a lot to break down here. We can take a look at this type of commentary happening in a film that at the end of the day is used to sell music and it's all cyclical. We can take it as a character who is just not happy with the art he is making and needs a new lease on life to find out what truly matters to breed new art into the world that means something more to him and his soul. Or I can get existential, fusing both of those and relating back to myself in a sad and self-depreciating way where you can't tell if I'm joking or not. The answer is that this is a Disney movie. So let's breeze past that for now and catch up with Brittany, who runs into Jordan's assistant, causing all of their items to scatter together on the ground, and they need to quickly grab what they believe was theirs, and because of that, it leads to Jordan's phone and Brittany's phone getting taken by the wrong person.
The only thing that he's missing,
My whole life is on that thing.
is his cell phone. Stuck in the Suburbs, the newest Disney Channel original movie.
Imagine you now have access to a celebrity's phone, and you can casually have calls with other celebrities like Madonna, I guess. But Jordan's assistant Eddie tries doing whatever he can to get the phone back once he realizes what has happened after the girls try to return the phone and security denied them entrance, sending them back off with the phone. Eventually, after some more shenanigans happen, they are able to connect about swapping the phones. But there are some demands here. The girls want to speak with Jordan before returning the phone, but of course Eddie won't do that. He doesn't want Jordan to know about this mess up, so now I guess it's time to mess with a pop star's life until their demands are met. Natasha and Brittany discuss what to do with this power as the personal assistant, essentially, using it first to give Jordan a new style. The long hair is out and the shorter hair look is in. So they call his stylist and pretend that Jordan needs his long hair all cut off, leading to that happening and Jordan freaking out because of it. But the management is more upset, claiming the hair is the big moneymaker here, the real selling point, the thing that really gets through to the fangirls, as we see Jordan struggling to express himself and be a real person, while the management spins this as just more promotion for their upcoming album. This even goes further when it comes to wardrobe and styling, as we see the seedy underbelly of the music industry peeking out with how the management threatens them and tries to perfectly mold Jordan's image rather than having it naturally built himself. Are we sure that this isn't just a critique on Disney themselves at this point? This Double Fringe Miss is brought to you by Gamer Subs. Look, I'm no mathematician, but 10% off sounds pretty good. good on anything, especially when it's on a nice tasty beverage like Gamer Sups, a little powder. You put it in your water, you shake it all around, and you get something fantastic. It has no calories. Well, it has like less than a calorie per serving, but semantics. It has no sugar, but it does have a bunch of interestingly named but great tasting flavors. 10% off, code Fringe. Hit the link down below. It supports the channel. I love you. As things progress on and Brittany is seen working on her music some more, we get into a random side plot that starts the commentary about suburbia, with the mom wanting to fight to keep an old house in the neighborhood from being destroyed as it's one of the only things that gives this place some sort of character, commenting that she even pulled into the wrong driveway the other day thinking it was their house because everything is just the same. There is nothing standing out. And if you turn this into a horror film, you really have a better time connecting to the title of Stuck in the Suburbs, or you get something that's like a genre-fusing movie like Suburbicon. Now we start getting into a mix of the issues. We see that Brittany is starting to present herself in a bit of a different way, from how she dresses to how she acts, especially in the way of trying to impress her other pop star fan cult members, enjoying the feeling of being cool for bragging about having access to Jordan's phone, making it all about herself, and discussing how she can control his schedule and claiming to just know him in general. And we start seeing how this is pushing Natasha aside a bit, with Brittany now promising that Jordan will be at the house her mom is trying to save because she can control his schedule and make him do that. But at least she's partially doing it for a good thing in favor of her mother, so I'll give her some credit there. To pull this off, Brittany threatens Eddie to force Jordan to show up or she'll delete everything on the phone, from the contacts to his schedule, which wouldn't only be annoying, but jobs and livelihoods are on the line, and Brittany here is now truly the main villain of this movie. Sure, the management for Jordan is the true evil here, but so is she, and I won't let her just slide because she's partially being quirky and partially trying to do something good for her mother. But uh-oh, things start going bad when Jordan's life apparently has been falling apart thanks to all of Brittany's and some of Natasha's divine interventions, and now he is missing. This leads to a reality check for Brittany when her and Natasha get into a fight about Brittany now wanting to be the center of attention. And there's all this drama that was built up off the back of maybe very small details that just built up, with most of it coming out of nowhere for this to be that big of a fight between the two of them. And it really just comes from both of them lying to one another about who they really are or what they're really like or what they're actually into. So I guess it's like a wake-up call for Natasha as well, because she's lying, but also for Brittany because she's lying but also becoming a bad person, maybe? But that drama needed to be there for some reason. How else could you make the Suburbs dramatic? It gets resolved and they hug it out in like a couple minutes and everything's all good now, apparently. But you know what's not good? Jordan Cahill. And finally both Brittany and Jordan get to have a conversation on the phone, but during this, the management find Brittany and try to get her to get the phone back, while Brittany and Natasha meet up and team up with Jordan as they outrun a slow mob of fangirls to eventually get to Brittany's mom's rally to save the house.
The only thing that he's missing
My whole life is on that thing.
is his cell phone. Stuck in the Suburbs, the newest Disney Channel original movie.
And once they get there, Jordan is going to perform his hit new song, but no, not the generic pop version the label wants him to make, but his own generic pop version that he really wants to do. Yeah, it still needs to be this. Disney has an album to sell here, people. Hello! Eddie, who has been feeling the pressure from the management to keep Jordan in line, finally realizes that he needs to look out for Jordan and his best interests, or himself in his best interests, but we'll get there. No longer listening to the management and lets him continue to go up and perform this version of the song in front of everyone at the rally. And thanks to this performance there, the house is now a treasured landmark and saved. Hooray! The Suburbs got to stay the Suburbs with a tiny bit of character for longer. And then we go back to making the music video from earlier, now with Brittany and all of her cult, fangirl buddies, and Natasha getting to be featured on it as background dancers. But not for Jordan, for Eddie. I guess he had the music in him all along? Or maybe he just had what it takes to be an industry plant, while Jordan goes off to New York to live happily for now, while the Suburbs end up being more exciting than anyone ever expected, as Brittany, Natasha, and the other friends who apparently aren't important all stay stuck in the suburbs or something. I don't know. This film is very nothing by the end of it. I mean, it's a DCOM. I'm not expecting the most in-depth plot where we dig into the more interesting setup plot points that were only scratching the surface, but it really just kind of ends, and with little that makes it make enough sense to feel genuinely satisfying. Jordan's conclusion for this future is all off-screen. Eddie is now the random pop star, and the Suburbs were really the friends we made all along. But I will give the movie credit for what I think is funny, and that's the family car that we see many times in the film being a 2003 Chevy Suburban. And I know whoever came up with this, whether it was in the script or someone in production planning what was needed, felt like a comedic genius as they got their pat on the back for it. Anyway, the movie is very much on the average side of DCOMs. It's nothing like some of the really great ones out there, but at least it has a popular soundtrack, some familiar faces, and a name that gets stuck in your memory. Have you ever seen Stuck in the Suburbs? What are your thoughts on the Disney Channel original movie? Let me know in the comments below. I've been Jordan Fringe. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe. And now everyone say goodbye to me.
Bye, Jordan!
Later.